Hey guys, Nick Showman. We're back. Here's part 2 of why conjugate training isn't working for you. All right, the next point is something I think is very crucial. You don't truly understand max effort or dynamic effort training. All right, max effort training is balls out, learning how to strain under heavy weight, learning how to maintain that good position for a period of time. All right, when you get to a meet and you have to strain, you can tell who trains hard and who knows how to strain and who freaks out as soon as the weight slows down. All right, then the flip side, dynamic training, most people don't understand dynamic training is supposed to be very fast. If your dynamic workouts are taking more than an hour, then it's probably not correct. I mean, our sets we'll split into groups of 3 and get through a dynamic speed bench in probably about 10 minutes. All right, so it's very fast. We've actually dropped our dynamic effort training percentages on upper body on our bench press down to about 30%, up to maybe 40-45% depending on what week we're in the training wave. All right, and that's plus accommodating resistance, so mini bands, chains, monster bands, whatever it might be. All right, but learning and understanding 2 times a week you got to train balls heavy, 2 times a week you're training your body to move fast. All right, it's something very teachable, but you have to do it right. Most people don't train heavy enough on max effort days, and they don't train light enough on dynamic effort days. So what you end up is somewhere in between, which isn't going to produce the results that you are looking for as a competitive power lifter. Next reason it might not be working for you, you might not get enough variety in your training. All right, I just competed, so our variety is going to increase, and we're just going to train for a while and look for exercises that might help us with what we struggled in the competition with. All right, and then as you get closer, 10 weeks out, then you really hone it in and really find the exercises that you know work for you, and you can use those as gauges, and you just work on building those exercises. Make sure you're hitting PRs. If you hit PR on all your big indicator lifts, then you know you're in good shape leading up to the meet. All right, if you start missing on those lists, then you have to reevaluate and fix it. All right, a rule of thumb that Lou told me when picking exercises to use in a conjugate system, if whatever exercise, so let's say you're a 700-pound deadlifter, all right, doing a reverse band deadlift where you're pulling 850 pounds or where you're only pulling 500, so there's a big variance. So anything over or under 100 pounds within your competition movement, you might need to reevaluate because it's getting too skewed and you're not getting enough actual weight training. All right, so stay within 100 pounds. So if you're a 700-pound deadlifter, do pulling movements where you can stay between 600, 800 pounds. All right, so I know that's a wide range, but some people will start deadlifting, reverse band off pins, and they're pulling 900 pounds and they've never pulled 400, 500. All right, so stay within that reasonable range, and that's how you can always be sure that you're getting stronger. All right, probably, and I know that this one gets talked about a lot. One of the biggest reasons we hear that conjugate training doesn't work for other lifters is because they don't wear gear, so that you can't do conjugate if you're training raw or compete raw, but that's not true at all. And I think a really good example of this is Aaron Walzer. When he started training with us, me and him both had a 750 squat. He's a raw lifter on multiply. Within 13 months, we both squatted over 850 pounds, doing the same movements every time we trained together. All right, so the only difference, he trains raw, I train in gear. We went to the meet, we increased the same in the same amount of time. All right, so it does work, it just doesn't work if you don't know how to make it work for you. All right, getting stronger is getting stronger, that's all there is to it. It works for my wife. She's a raw power lifter and does weightlifting, Olympic weightlifting also. And she hits PRs every time she goes to an Olympic meet or a powerlifting meet. All right, straight across the board. It's just getting stronger. All right, don't overthink it. The conjugate system was developed before powerlifting gear was out, so don't try to be smarter than the system. is you're getting stronger, eliminating your weak areas. That's what Conjugate's all about. It's getting stronger, increasing bar velocity, eliminating your weak areas. If you take care of all those, I guarantee you that your numbers will go up. All right, and I know some people say certain movements don't apply to raw lifters, but again, getting stronger in any movement, I guarantee you will get better as a lifter on the platform. All right, the last thing we're gonna talk about on why conjugate training won't work for you is you train too fucking heavy. All right, you train too heavy too frequently, you're always trying to test your main lifts. All right, if you look at us, like in our last training cycle, so about 20 weeks, we took 3 squats in full gear, 2 of them were max effort, 1 was not. All right, so that's 1 every 8 weeks about. All right, so that's not testing very frequently. We don't need to test all the time. That's what the max effort days are for. The speed days, if you are feeling sore from your speed workout, your dynamic effort workouts, by the time you go to do max effort work, then you're doing too much on your dynamic effort days. All right, you should feel fresh and ready to go into your next max effort day. The point of the dynamic effort days is just to develop speed, the rate of force development. That's all that matters. All right, it's not about seeing how many sets you can do, how many exercises you can do. It's get in, get out. So that doesn't make sense. You don't need to max out on those days. All right, you just need to train. You have to train optimally. Lou always talks about that. Yeah, I didn't realize what he was talking about until I trained myself. And I was training myself so hard, I ended up being sick for 3 weeks straight. People can say what they want about like overtraining not being a real thing. They're full of shit. All right, that's why we have science. That's why we have research. All right, it's happened time and time again. All right, don't overtrain. Don't train heavy all the time. Like I said, have 2 max effort days, 2 dynamic effort days. If you feel the need to do some extra work for abs, shoulders, whatever it might be, so be it. All right, if you train hard enough, 4 times a week is more than enough. All right, I never want to train really more than 4 days a week. All right, but you have to split it up. You have to be able, you can only gain what you can recover from. If you're beating yourself into the ground every single workout, you're not going to be able to recover from it, so the workout is useless. All right, so you might need to back off the volume or back off the intensity of your workouts, and then you'll maybe start to see some progress. All right, if you guys have any questions, leave a comment below, or you can email me directly, nick@showtimestrength.com. Please subscribe to the channel. Thank you.